This is a LEGO Star Wars set 75399 Rebel Ewing Starfighter. It came with 594 pieces and retailed for $70 in the US or £60 Great Britain. Let's get into the minifig. First off here we have Cassian Andor. All the printing on the front looks really good. The torso, the leg printing flows really well. He also has a very good back print and also a second head, which is quite nice. The next minifig I want to talk about is K2SO. The torso printing is very minimal, but it's all you really need for K2SO. Nothing on the back, it's a standard droid, and he also has the Imperial logo on the side of his arm. It is pretty much the exact same minifig we got from 2016. The next minifig I want to talk about is the ISB agent. He has a officer hat, which I don't really like that much, but he has some very good torso and leg printing. The back printing is also really good, and he has a shield and a normal blaster. Now, what I found out about this minifig is that if you put on the patrol trooper helmet, it looks really good. Like here, I've got him next to the actual patrol trooper, and he looks really, really good. It's like a commander, maybe. The final minifig I want to talk about is Dedra. The head and torso printing for this minifigure are really good, but the white printing on my legs is a bit faded. The back print and the officer hat with the hat hairpiece is really good, and she also does have a second face just like Andor. Now that we're done with the figs, let's have a look at this amazing Ewing build. Now I want to start off with the worst bit of this build, and that is these engines. They're just a bit out of proportion. I don't mind it too much, but I think my main problem with them is that there should have been some sort of gradient or a slope that goes round. On the back there's a loading ramp. You just need to pull down it just like that. And then you don't have access to any interior. I'll flip my camera around so you can see. It's just where I put extra stuff, maybe a blaster or two. It's more like a kind of cargo thing than a loading ramp. And also you have the sides for that. I'll show you that in a minute. On both sides of the Ewing, there are these doors which can very easily, if I can reach it correctly, flap down just like that to reach a very, very, very small interior. And in this interior you can fit one minifigure, maybe two if you remove the crate, but one minifig. And you've got the studs there for him to sit on, and you've got the door on the other side. Also, the doors are a bit inaccurate. I forgot to mention they're supposed to fold out like that, but instead they fold down, which is quite annoying. On the top of your ship, you have the cockpit, which you can just open normally. However, on the back of the Ewing, you've got this little function here where you push it in, it opens the cockpit straight away for you, just like that. Because it wasn't like we were going to open the cockpit otherwise. It's just really easy to use. Now that I'm saying that, I can't open it. Very easy to open, and you have your very liminal interior space for the cockpit with your very interesting, not printed control panel, but it's better than getting the printed ones because the printed ones are getting a bit boring at this point. And you've got your seat for one minifigure who has to lay down significantly. I'll show you in a minute. Well, I said show you in a minute, but I meant show you now. But that is absolutely tiny space. You can't really get him up any higher. If I close the cockpit, as you can see, that is the highest you can get him. I'll swap the camera around for a better view. And he is absolutely just laying down in there. It's a bit awkward to display. And that's the thing with these newer ships, is it's just really awkward because they're just always lying down. Even in the Ewing set, 2 years ago, they had the space to make him be able to sit down better, but they decided just to have him lay down still. It's a bit annoying, but I mean, we're just going to have to accept it at this point. Also on top of the ship, you have this little button, which when you press down, I'm hoping you'll see in the bloopers bit if I add, it will fire the spring-loaded shooters. I think that's a really cool mechanism instead of actually having to fire them off yourself. I'm a big fan of when stuff like this is integrated into sets. Now, the main feature of the set is that you can get the wings, disattach them like that, and move them straight back into its flight position or acceleration position. Because there's these ball joints here, and then when you pop the wings off, you can see there's a ball joint here with just there, smeared on both sides, and then you got the ball joints on this wing right there and there, and just pop it in. Oh, it's not connected on this side, pop it in like that, and there you have it. Your U-wing is now in flight mode. I didn't really like this, but I've kind of grown on it a bit, and now we can talk about the actual design of the set now that all the features are done. Think from the front of the engines, and you move forwards from the ship. It just gets better the further you move, maybe apart from the tips of the wings. Also, funny thing to say, they actually have the clear piece under there, which is accurate to the normal U-wing. I didn't think they would add it, because it's quite small, but they did. I mean, it doesn't go anywhere, it's just through a bunch of bricks, but it's good accuracy-wise that they've had that. Even the underbelly of the U-wing is really detailed, so you just have to give credit to the designer for this kind of stuff. He has to make it downsized, and he's done quite a good job of it. The only bad thing about it is the engines, which I talked about earlier, and the cockpit, which is a bit of a miscolour in the print, but that's expected nowadays with how bad Lego's printing has got. Even like the gun turrets on the front, the engines at the front as well, just absolutely amazingly detailed. The ball joints sticking out. I just went from a positive to a negative like that, but I wish they were maybe incorporated more in the design, but it doesn't stick out too much. The stickers, apart from the cockpit, that's a print. The stickers are really good. There's this yellow one here as well, which is really good too. You've just got a bunch of really well done stickers and a very bad print. Now, what's my overall view of the U-Wing? I think it might be better than the 2016 set. Yes, I know the interior is better on the other one, there's way more space, but I like this more in a design way, and that's the main reason I'm getting this, is I'm a big fan of the design of the U-Wing. $70 for this set, £60 in Great Britain, is an absolute steal. I got this for May 4th, because I really wanted this when it came out. That's how good of a set this was. I'm not even that big of a fan of the U-Wing, and it just looks so good that I had to get it. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please let me know what you think about this in the comments. Please subscribe, it helps me out a lot, and that's time for the bloopers. On the back there is a loading ramp, so you just need to pull down on it. Are you kidding? And now the main feature of the set is that you can move... Done it again, haven't I? Even the underbelly of the U-Wing is really detailed. I'll just have to go